Joining us right now from DC United goalkeeper Bill Hamid. Bill, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, pleasure's all mine, Bill. We just spoke to former World Cup winning coach of USA, Anthony Totera. He's down there at the Olympics.
Very nice.
We're just wondering if you've had a chance to watch some of the women's competition, some of the men's, and what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I've had a good opportunity to, stay tuned in on the men and the women's side, and it's exciting. It's exciting for some of these teams to kind of stake their claim and make their mark in the Olympics. And obviously the Olympics is such a huge, massive worldwide event. So a lot of eyes are on it, and to see Brazil do it in front of their home crowd is amazing. There's a lot of pressure on them to kind of get the job done, and the women's side has been just as exciting, honestly, from Germany to even the USA. Their run was still exciting, and it's all been very, very fun to watch.
Bill, let's talk about it. The stretch of games coming up is so important for your squad. You're sitting in sixth spot, 27 points. You guys have had an up and down season. But the games I saw you guys play early on in the season, you go toe-to-toe offensively with anyone. But then defensively, there was games that you've had some lapses. But now things are starting to even out. What's the key to keep that going?
I think the key to keep the success that we've had and the positive moments that we've had going is honestly to just watch the film and make sure that we're doing everything we can in training to fine-tune those things that we need to work on and kind of stay consistent on the things that we're doing well on. It all starts with training. If we can continue to work on our shape defensively, which we've been very, very sound in, I think, throughout the majority of the season, and then just capitalize on our opportunities on the offense, I think we're going to be in good shape. I think we're in fine shape right now. If you look at the whole East, and if we just keep moving forward, keep moving in the right direction, I don't see any issue with how we're playing or where we will be come the end of the regular season.
Bill, there's not much to say to your squad in these games that are coming up. It's a veteran-laden squad. A lot of guys have been through a lot of the important games with other teams. With your squad, it is a team that understands what needs to get done. And I think this is what could really work in your advantage. You've got a lot of veterans on that squad. Talk about it.
Yeah, we have a lot of experienced players in our squad that can get the job done when the opportunity is called upon. And I think their experience is going to be key moving into the final stretch of the season. I think the final stretch of the season is where you really see what a lot of these teams are made of. And all we have to do is use that experience to get these points that we need to get. We got a big stretch, like you said, coming up with 3 games in less than 7 days. And it's very difficult teams as well. New York is no pushover. Montreal away is definitely no pushover. In Chicago, you can see that they're making strides forward and continuing to get better and work at what they're doing. So it's not going to be easy, but the experience that we have, we can lean on that to kind of push the rest of the squad forward and try to get as many points as possible.
Bill, let's talk about the league as a whole. You've been in MLS a number of years, and you've seen it grow in leaps and bounds. Drogba with Montreal, Pirlo with New York City FC, Jovinko here, Kaká in Orlando, on and on. Stars are starting to come over, and they're starting to realize this is no longer a vacation league. How great is that now for this league finally to start getting some respect it deserves?
I think the league has been doing fantastic, bringing over specific players to help continue growing the atmosphere, one, with the fans, with the players, all the people that support this league, and then also just bringing excitement on the field. When you bring those high caliber players, they bring another edge and a level of experience that brings excitement to the game, especially in this country with so much competition in terms of other sports. I think it's been very, very exciting, and dating back to even before the Drogbas and the Giovincos. Thierry Henry was a very, very exciting prospect in this league, and somebody that me as a, I still consider myself somewhat young. I followed him very, very closely at Arsenal, at Barcelona. He was one of my favorite players watching soccer while I was growing up. So to have guys like him, like David Beckham, come and bless this league, it's been fantastic, and it only adds excitement to the future.
And as a player, Bill, it's got to be great to go in that atmosphere in the Pacific Northwest, whether it's Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, before the game, during the game. It's like a European atmosphere. Then you see both New York teams in the Derby. They go at it hard. Here, it's Toronto and Montreal. That is what is success spelled in Europe and all over the world, and I think it's starting to come here.
I agree, definitely. And those rivalries are very important as well. A lot of leagues are built off of that. You look at the Scottish League; they're built off of Celtic and Rangers. There's so many derbies, big rivalry matches around the world, and that also adds excitement. It gives these fans something to cheer about and something to get geared up about. And unfortunately, I feel like they're starting to take away from our DC United New York Red Bulls rivalry, but it's still there. It's still in the heart of a lot of players that have played for DC United and played for the New York Red Bulls or the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. So, I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that this league has done and the path that it's taking and the growth that it's making.
Bill, I've watched you for years. I called you on my show, The Human Elastic Band, talking to a friend and a teammate of yours, Kofi Opari. I said to Kofi, how does this guy stay in one piece all year? The guy is like an elastic band, making highlight reel save after highlight reel sale. And I'm saying to myself, why in the world is he not on the bench for Team USA as either the second or third guy continuously over and over again? It's mystifying. Where did you learn way back as a youngster how to make those saves that you're making here in the pros? Was it a coach that instilled certain things in you? Was it just daily training? Tell us.
I think it was daily training. I think once I actually joined the professional ranks and started off with Mark Simpson, who's a former DC United goalkeeper as well, and I got to working with him and his old school style and ways of spreading yourself, of getting set and kind of reacting and organizing at every single moment. That helped me tremendously. And when I came in the league and watched Josh Wicks doing it, watched Troy Perkins doing it, it helped me. It helped me move along. And when I got that first opportunity to train with the national team when they had a qualifier in DC, and I got to see Tim Howard which was my second year training, and how vocal he was and how quick he was. It was a big learning curve and learning opportunity for myself. And like I said, I just want to be one of those experienced guys that kind of helps my team, whatever team that I play for, move along and move forward. And I hope that translates to the national team. It's something that I dream about. It's something that I really care about. And I deep down in my heart and my soul and my ability, I believe I'm ready to be a national team goalkeeper when and if called upon. I think I'm ready to be, whether it's on the bench, whether it's in the goal playing. I'm ready, and I want to prove that to Coach Jurgen and his staff and to this country that I want to be that number one goalkeeper and represent the red, white, and blue.
Well, you've proved that to many MLS people and many MLS supporters all over each and every city that have seen you play. That is no mystery or no surprise to us. We know what you can do. Bill, just before we let you go, a couple quick little things. Grass and turf, it's got to play a wear and tear on your body, your knees, your hips. The grass is always the best, I believe, for any player to play on. Then when you go on turf, it just takes a lot out of you. Explain, the days off when you're off. Are you completely relaxing, resting your body, or do you got to take treatment?
Always got to take treatment. I think at DC United, we've kind of built a culture where we have to take care of our bodies. We do all the things necessary. They give us all the tools. We've even incorporated now cryotherapy into our regimen. And I think it's helping tremendously on my body and keeping myself as healthy and as sharp as possible. The days off, though, Coach Zach Thornton, my goalkeeper coach, he's at this point starting to pull me off the field, because days off, I'm actually calling him and trying to get extra sessions in. So there are times where, Coach Ben Olsen and Coach Zach Thornton are making executive decisions to say, look, Bill, you got to take a day or so and relax, because I always want to keep working. But, I'm happy that, science has gotten so much better, and we know that there are different tools and different ways to make sure that we take care of our bodies and we rest and get the right amount of rejuvenation to continue performing at a high level.
Bill, just before we let you go, I want you to talk to the young men out there, even the young girls out there that want to live the dream that Bill Hamid is living, playing pro, going to some of the best cities anywhere in the world, staying in some of the best hotels, and enjoying the competition. Talk to some of the youngsters out there that are struggling confidence-wise, because you and I both know, Bill, there's too many coaches out there that just want to win that trophy, win that medal, and forget about each and every player and just play the ones they believe in, and their confidence is shot. Talk to the youngsters out there, Bill. Talk to them on what they need to do.
To any youngsters that are listening, I definitely believe that, you have to just focus in on what you love. If you're struggling on confidence, if you're struggling on, that self-belief to push you forward, just remember that you love this. You love this game. You love this sport. Remember that feeling when you wake up on a Saturday morning and you turn on your favorite team and watch them play, or when you go on a Saturday evening to a professional match and you watch a professional soccer game. Remember that love that you have for the game, and let that go on the field. Let that be free on the field, and kind of express that love. And when you do that, you're going to perform at a high level, and you're going to enjoy what you're doing. And that's ultimately what you want to do in anything that you do in your life, is love what you're doing and express yourself freely while you're doing it. So,
Bill, you're a class act on and off the field. Good luck the rest of the way with DC United. And I can almost guarantee our listeners, our viewers out there, that I believe you'll be wearing a USA jersey come Russia and the World Cup then. So good luck, my friend, and we really appreciate you making time.
Thank you, man. God willing. But thank you guys for having me, and I wish you guys the best.